Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the EGF League quarterfinals. I'm Ubel, joined by Milkche or Cheryl.
Hello, I'm Cheryl or Milk Tea. Tonight on a lovely night, 9 p.m. right now. A little late, but today we have Mississippi State versus Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac.
My apologies. They also have prepared a video for us, so let's give that a watch.
At Quinnipiac, we see more than a campus. We see a community built to ignite passions. We see more than a degree. We see the careers of tomorrow. We see more than a student. We see someone destined to make an impact.
All right, short and sweet and to the point. If you're interested, of course, if you're watching this and interested in Quinnipiac University and what they have to offer, many of their resources are online. And if you're even further interested, then maybe their gameplay will be what tips over the iceberg. As we're going to get started real quick. I think both players are in the arena and getting ready to go. We're going to have YoseFu against Riley, or R13LY, with YoseFu playing Simon and Riley going one of two Mario characters. That means Mario himself, the man, or a piranha plant.
So, YoseFu is a pretty decent, well-known Simon player ranked in Mississippi, so it's really nice to see him play here for his university.
Yeah, he's been tearing it up in the greater Wi-Fi circuit, even across WWR events. But he's here still supporting his team, and what a way to kick things off. What a way to set the tone if you manage to do well in this first game, which Riley is looking to dominate in his own way. He's not trying to get too crazy, not trying to feed into the Belmont game plan using that whip. Instead, he's taking it slow, using a lot of fireballs, though Belmont can certainly snowball real quickly with all of the items and the various damaging combos that Belmont mains have experimented on and labbed out throughout the throughout the lifespan of Smash Ultimate.
Absolutely, and YoseFu really taking advantage of Simon's best quality, Simon's best projectiles, and I was so close to say Arcfire, Holy Water to F Smash taking the stock. So from the opposite side of the stage too.
Yeah, pretty subtle, but YoseFu made sure to angle the F Smash upwards, which not only changes the hitbox, but also allows when a F Smash is angled upwards, it does more knockback, and while it's angled downwards, it does more shield damage. So pretty subtle, but it certainly helped kill towards the since he was sending all the way across town and city.
YoseFu does a really great job at when needed to get out of things, or when he needs to just out of shield options or after nair, he would go for up B, which has helped and saved him multiple times.
Hey, but that's pretty huge for Riley to get that first stock. YoseFu is no slouch of an opponent, so by keeping this close, you head into the other team, the rest of Mississippi, which are probably a little bit easier opponents certainly than YoseFu. So playing this as well as Riley has is no slouch at all. And don't forget, Belmont himself is an incredibly exploitable character in his own right. So one proper edge guard will end up doing it, and Riley's really starting to put on this damage despite being at 150.
Absolutely, and it was so close right there. What you were saying, YoseFu, Simon in general has a recovery that isn't so great and really exploitable, and Riley's been doing a really great job at edge guarding, but of course YoseFu is doing an excellent job at just recovering back, but getting that fair to the left side of the stage and taking the second stock.
At 109 now, you're in really great shape going on to push this even further. 140 now, one straight back air will do it, and look, jump call out on the up smash. Okay, we've got ourselves a really even game, which is, might be a little unexpected given the start of the game and YoseFu's really early lead, but it's not Mr. Purple. Riley has been doing an incredible job at maximizing his punish and pursuing damage when he knows he can, but also not overcommitting. Like he's played to YoseFu's tempo and even changed it in many ways. Though getting off ledge here could have been a problem, but an early jump gets him out of danger. Put the neutral get up. No.
Ooh, that was a spicy kill.
Yeah, it looked like it was buffered, especially after an early jump from on this initial ledge trap. I mean, that's what got him out of danger. No double jump, had to go to ledge. Perhaps he reacted to seeing YoseFu jump. Perhaps he had already buffered it as a means of like the no mix-up. It's like, hey, he won't expect me to neutral get up because you never do that against Simon. And, he showed you why you never do it against Simon.
But honestly, Riley played incredibly well in this game. They really figured out what worked and what didn't work, and they really took advantage of certain things. Especially when it came to edge guarding, or whenever YoseFu had just a small opening.
Yeah, super played well. I mean, I would. Do we go back to Town and City? Maybe we do. It's not a terrible stage, particularly depending on what YoseFu bans. Of course, 3 bans is certainly a lot, but this was also really great coverage, by the way. That was like covering the platform with the cross early so that it returns, forcing Riley to use his double jump. Oh man, it's just the coverage and the setups from Belmont players have been labbed to the extreme. I mean, you can see it in not only YoseFu's play, but also plenty of other online and offline Belmont players like Dom, like Dark Falcon, like Wildcard. There's plenty of really solid Belmont players that you can watch from, and all of them have their own special flavor, but all of them know what to do when your opponent neutral get-ups into holy water.
So right now they've banned the triplats and cows, heading over to small battlefield.
Yeah, still a solid
battlefield.
Wow. Now that every song is on Battlefield and FD, you rarely hear Battlefield on Battlefield.
The chances are slim. Kinda lame though, but anyway, getting into the match. YoseFu doing so great at just juggling Riley away, staying away, and whenever he gets hit by a projectile coming and going, and we saw Riley go for it.
Yeah, he is waiting. It is the waiting game for YoseFu. He is pretty content to chill under these platforms, and honestly, against Mario, you don't really want to scrap. I mean, this is just for any character. But the holy water still manages to catch exploding just on the edge. So an early lead for YoseFu comes out once more, but Riley evened it up pretty quickly in game 1. Let's see if he can do it in game 2. Second verse, same as the first, perhaps. But it's still a tough task to come in on a Belmont when you're facing forward. Trying to come in from those angles might spell a bit of a better, more successful rate.
Might I mention that using one of your strongest players in the beginning has its strategies, but you would want them to rack up a lot of points. Getting 1 point wasn't probably in what in their agenda, but YoseFu really trying right now, staying away, not getting close, using holy water, and especially using the whip, which obviously can land so far.
Oh, that cave was cute. I mean, it only covers one bit of the ledge trap, but at the very least, it's an idea that he can go for. I like the drop down there, but YoseFu making sure to evade that as he's been throwing out not only just the stand still, let me see what my opponent does, but he's been footstooling quite a bit as well, which is certainly very, very helpful for avoiding juggles, as you do get a couple frames of invincibility on footstool. But he's not trying to make this game give up any more points than he already has. Okay, do we see a fourth? No. Okay.
And you know what we saw in the second stock of Riley, characters that have a holy water, Simon, Richter, Robin, another case, they're most likely gonna use it at the edge of the stage if you try not to neutral get up. But Riley's really been neutral getting up and getting heavily punished for that.
Oh, that was so unnecessary, but god damn it, did it look cool. And that's what I mean when I say like Simon and Richter mains or Belmont mains have really discovered a lot of different setups and kill combos using the whip superior range. I mean, this is even a rather basic one. It's reverse cross into up smash. Like, there's nothing really all that fancy about it, but just the combos that YoseFu was pulling off out of getting neutral airs out of down airs and capping off with down angled back airs, etc. The cross covering platform, like there was so little range of movement that Riley could go to that damage was almost inevitable, and he was put in so many quote unquote inevitable situations that, I mean, you can only take so much punishment, even with Mario's pretty solid weight.
Definitely the case when it comes to characters like Simon and Richter. Once you're off the stage and they're edge guarding you, you feel so trapped and you don't know what every option feels covered, and you try to go back to what you're comfortable with, and Riley just keeps neutral getting up. But as of right now, Mississippi State currently has 5 points, which is a pretty decent lead. A 1 point and a 2 stock, pretty good for the first game. Mississippi State is now going to send out Labyrinth.
Yeah.